Hello guys, how are you? On the following video I'm going to show you how to create your uh, recurrent meeting sessions so that you won't have to create or generate a new link or a new URL link every time you start a session. The idea is to make it a lot easier for you and your students, and also to make it easier to keep track of everything we do without having to actually share a link or evidence of everything you do. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we have to do is to have our template ready. Here I will show you how to, I will show you some examples of templates to arrange or schedule your classes. We have 2-hour classes, we have 4-hour classes, and we have 5 hours on Saturdays. So an example of a template for a recurrent meeting scheduling for a 2-hour class would be as follows. Here I'm giving you an example of a semester class that I have at 10:30 in the morning. So the first thing we want to do is to name our class. Please, let's keep the same name for every class. We're going to start with the course. In this case, it's course semester 1. The time of the class, which is at 10:30 a.m. The teacher's name, which is Luis Simancas, and then you have to name it first session and second session. All you have to do is copy and paste it, and then you have first session and second session. And of course you need to have the range of the time each section is going to last and how much time you're going to give them for the break. In this case, my first session goes from 10:30 a.m. to 11:10. Then here we have to give our students a 10-minute break where we are supposed to have them work on some tasks, or if we get a little bit more creative, we can have them do some tasks in pairs via WhatsApp or something. I know you guys have you guys know some amazing tools and you are very creative. So the idea is to take advantage of this 15-minute break for them to keep working and get the best out of that little break. Then the second session would go from 11:25 until 12:05, and that's it. So once okay, for the super intensive 4 hours, there'll be 3 sessions. We will be holding 3 sessions for the 4-hour classes. In this case, I have an example for a super intensive course 2, which starts at 10:30. So again, the name of the class would be the same, course super intensive 2. It starts at 7 a.m. Teacher's name is Luis Simancas. First session, then second session, then third session. And since there are 3 sessions, the first one goes from 7 to 7:40. You give them the break. The second one from 7:55 to 8:35, another 15-minute break, and the last session goes from 8:50 to 9:30 a.m. Okay, that would be the end of the session 4, or the end of the classes for super intensive. As for those having Saturday courses, we have to have 4 sessions. Okay, this one is an example of a course 2 on Saturday afternoon. The class starts at 2 p.m. so we named the class the same way, course Saturday course 2 at 2 p.m. Luis Simancas, first session, second session, third session, and fourth session. It goes from 2 to 2:40, little break, 2:55 to 3:35, 15-minute break, 3:50 to 4:30, 15-minute break, and the last session goes from 4:45 until 5:25, which will be the end of the session. Okay. Now that we have our template ready, we have to open the icon. Remember that since you're running your session as a host from your computer, once you enter the website for the first time, it will download a plugin for you to be able to use all the tools on the website, and it generates a shortcut like this. So you just open the app as a host, and you have these options here. We go to, first thing we're gonna do, go to schedule, and here is where your template comes in really handy. Having your template ready, all you have to do is go back to your template, copy your class name, okay, then you go back to the app and you paste it there, and there you have your class name ready. Then for example, this is a semester 1, which I have at 10:30. Now I have to schedule the date and the time. This will be for today, Thursday 19th. The class starts at 10:30, so we go here. I type 10, and then next 30. Make sure that you type A for AM or P for PM as needed in your class. In my case, my class starts at 10:30 a.m., so I type the letter A and then I have 10:30 a.m. Since we're having the basic account, we will be able to hold only 40-minute long classes. But anyway, make sure you set the time to 45 minutes to get the most out of every session, and then you check the box that says recurrent meeting. Okay, you already have the time of your class, the name and everything. Then you check the box recurrent meeting. Here you have the options you want to be able to use while holding the meeting. Remember, you got to be very careful here, because whatever you do here, you won't be able to edit it after on. So for example, meeting ID, we are going to start using our PMI or personal meeting ID. So you check the box personal meeting ID. That will enable you to start every session using the same session ID. So all you have to do is to give your students the ID for the session, and then they input the same ID code for every session. You won't have to share any link or worried about generating a new link or sharing or giving the student password. All you have to do is to give them your personal meeting ID, and that's all. Please never check this box, because we want our students to have to be able to join the session as easily as possible. So do not require any password from them. Just leave this checkbox unchecked. Then video, you have to make sure to enable videos for both the host and the participant, and also the audio. Check both for telephones and computers. Down here you have advanced option. One option I highly recommend you to check is the checkbox that says enable join before host. That way the students will be able to join your session before you officially start it. So that's the only one I highly recommend you to start checking from the very beginning. As for the others, there is the one at the end is automatically record meetings. Don't do that, because recording each session can be done manually later on, and it takes up a lot of storage room on your computer. So just leave it like that, and then you make sure everything is okay, your class name is okay and everything, and you click on schedule class, and you will get a new window will pop up. Since you are running the website, you're running this chat room from the app, you don't have to worry about this. You just go back to the app, and then you click on up here on meetings, and it will show the meeting you just created. Okay, then you have a course semester 1 at 10:30 a.m. Luis Imanca's first session. Now since this is a 2-hour class, you have to go and create a second session. So you repeat the same process. Go back to home, you go to schedule class, look for your template, you copy the name for your second session. Okay, you copy the name for your second session, and you repeat the same process. You go here, this one. Now here is very important that you keep in mind the time the second session is supposed to begin, 11:25. So you go back to the app, same date, but this time we have 11:25 a.m. Okay, perfect. Then you set it to 45 minutes. Recurrent meetings. Okay, personal meeting ID, no password required, video on, both telephones and computer audio. Okay, notice that everything is already done. Advanced options, everything is okay. Second session scheduled. That's it. And you go back to the app, you go back to meetings, and now you have a course semester 1 10:30 first session and course semester 1 10:30 second session. Okay, notice that for every session you have the same personal meeting ID, session 1 and session 2. So that way you won't have to generate a link for every session, and it'll be a lot easier to, get monitor the sessions, to make sure that we are all on the same page, and to keep track of everything we do. So guys, that's it. Remember, the idea is to simplify everything for you, for the students, for administrative purposes. That's it. That's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Remember that later on I'll be sharing the templates so you can have them in case you don't see it on the video, or you want to have them with you on your cell phone or something. Okay. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.